everybody, and a very warm welcome back to the latest episode of Hidden Jewels of Soul and Disco. I do hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Next two records I also brought through from Den Bosch. I'm still under the weather, so please bear with me and my voice. In this week's episode, I'm featuring an artist who is hardly getting any recognition, despite the fact that she released one album in the 70s, which became a highly sought after record. Therefore, this week, we're featuring Eleanore Mills. Eleanor's debut album from 1974 could have been and should have been her entrance point to a very successful musical career. But unfortunately, her debut album was a huge flop. Why this record was a flop and how Eleanor's career developed from that point on, well, we'll discuss this after some needle drops.
You might call him the man of the time. His touch is light. Skip work today. Find time to think I'll fix myself.
There are not many informations available about Eleanore Mills. But what we know for sure is that in 1974 she stepped into the studio of All Platinum Records to record material to what would turn out to be her debut album. That album wasn't released on All Platinum. It was released on a sub-label. The sub-label was originally founded in 1971 by Chuck Brown, and he called it Horoscope. When it was integrated into All Platinum as a sub-label, it was renamed to Horoscope Records, and after that it was renamed to Astroscope. Astroscope was in business up to the mid-70s. All Platinum was a fantastic label and released some fantastic music, and the CEO of All Platinum Records was the great, controversial Sylvia Robinson, and her story on her own should be done in a biopic. I would love that there should be a biopic about the great, controversial Sylvia Robinson. She is an icon. She is also responsible for producing Rapper's Delight, just to name a few. But let's get back to Eleanore, shall we? Good. So this is the debut album in all of its glory. It was mainly written and produced by Harry Ray, Al Goodman, and Tommy Keith. Harry Ray, Al Goodman were members of The Moments, and later on the group was called Ray, Goodman, and Brown. And they were also being under contract with All Platinum Records. Also the likes of Retta Young or the Rim Shots were part of the All Platinum catalog. The Rim Shots were the house band of All Platinum Records, and you'll find them here backing up Eleanor. Yeah, what else is there to say? Well, this is the cover. It's still in shrink. I'm still thinking about tearing the shrink off because I think it's ugly with the shrink. I will tear it off. And what I also want to point out is that on the back there is a text which is written by Harry Ray of The Moments, and he says, "The doors to the lobby of the All Platinum Hit Factory opened, and in walked one of the most charming young ladies I have ever seen. My name," she said, "is Eleanore Mills, and I sing." This girl didn't only sing, she created a thunder when she stepped onto the recording microphone. From that moment on, we knew she was a star. Elanor, formerly with the Dixie Cups of the Going to the Chapel fame, is also a fantastic performer. She gets the crowd right into the palms of her hands and does just what she feels like doing with them. I could go on and not begin to tell you what a fantastic person and entertainer she really is, because there isn't enough paper or ink for me to do so. This is her first album of many more to come, and it contains what she knows how to do best: sing. So he points out that she was in the Dixie Cups. I'm not sure if this information of Harry Ray is correct, because to my knowledge, the Dixie Cups never really changed their lineup during that period of time. So I'm not quite sure if this is correct. What I think the sad part is, this is her first album of many more to come. That didn't happen. Because this album was released with absolutely zero single release. So what does that mean? In 1974, well, like daily records coming out, you have no single release, you have absolutely no marketing. Exactly. Nobody buys your record. And that's the problem why this record is now, if you want an original, a sought after grail. So if you want, and if you find an original, it's between 400 to 500 euro. I've seen it for that price range. So also, once again, depending on the condition. Luckily, there are reissues out there you can easily get with fantastic sound quality. So don't wait and don't wait for any reissues, because luckily there is one, at least one. And this is such a shame with many great soul R&B records, they are not getting reissued. So thanks for making this reissue. So what happened after that? Well, Elanor continued to work in the music business, and in 1977 she worked with Norman Connors on Romantic Journey, where you can hear her on You Are Everything, and in the same year he released This Is Your Life, where you can hear her on Butterfly. In 1980 she is featured on Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway, and what a fantastic album that is. During the 80s, she was featured on other singles, and also during the 90s, she is known for her house music involvement, but a real full-length album never ever appeared again of her. As far as I know, she's still active, she's still writing, she is now living in New York City, and I think it's such a shame. If you're so talented, and we have this with so many artists, if you're regular watching, you know how many artists we had who are not having a chance to do anything. And today there are people on top spots in the charts where you're like, you really sing? Honestly, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, if you have a chance, go and grab her album. You won't be disappointed. There are some great, great tunes on this record. And Elanor, if you are out there, you're loved and your music has been cherished, and I'm wishing you all the best. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I do hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Listen to good music. Maybe Elanor. You'll find her on YouTube. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah. We're gonna do a little bit here for you. Been a long time. It's been a real
That's why you taste it.